as we enter the twilight of 2021, a year where the world came to terms with the pandemic, and a year was also marred by racism. 2021 showed that while many of us think of ourselves as kind and decent people, racism is still very much a problem. So for the month of November, we have taken a small trip down memory lane and looked at the most racist ads by big companies. These are some of the most prejudiced, tone-deaf ads ever put on the air. And don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications for more interesting videos. Tone-deaf ads ever put on the air. And don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. Deaf ads ever put on the air. And don't forget to subscribe. Cheers. And activate notifications. Deaf ads ever put on the air. And don't forget to subscribe. And activate notifications. Number 2. The Mountain Dew ad was not Pepsi's first brush with racism, nor was the ad the company's last brush with racism. In 2017, people all around the world were again outraged at another Pepsi ad that starred Kendall Jenner. The ad showed attractive young people holding Milquetoast signs with nonspecific pleas like "join the conversation." All protesters were dressed fashionably and were seen uniformly smiling, laughing, clapping, hugging, and high-fiving. In the ad's climactic scene of the ad, Kendall Jenner walks up to a police officer and offers him a can of Pepsi, which he promptly accepts, setting off raucous approval from the protesters and an appreciative grin from the officer. The purpose of the ad was to capitalize on the Black Lives Matter movement while also seeking to contribute to the movement, but it was universally slammed on social media as an exploitation of the Black Lives Matter movement. The optics of Kendall Jenner, a white woman offering a can of Pepsi to a police officer, was lambasted by many critics. The ad was further criticized for trivializing a very serious issue while seriously minimizing the danger that protesters encounter and the frustration that they feel. Pepsi, for their part, was quick to apologize and scrapped the commercial 2 days later, after the ad first came on the air. Number 3. Dove, the soap brand owned by Anglo-Dutch consumer goods giant Unilever, found itself in hot water in 2017 when one of its ads was labeled as racist. The ad simply showed a black woman removing her t-shirt to reveal an identically clad white woman. The white woman, in turn, removed her t-shirt to reveal a Latina woman, and she in the end removed her shirt to transform back into the black woman. Dove had always had a very pristine and clean image. They had always taken a very socially conscious stance on beauty, but it missed the mark big time with this ad. The ad was seen by many on social media as equating the white skin tone with beauty. The viewers of the ad further criticized the ad for suggesting that white was somehow more cleaner than being black. While numerous critics also came to the defense of the ad, but in the end, Dove wound up apologizing to the masses for the ad. The damage to the brand as a result of the ad was somewhat mitigated by Dove's past record. The company was widely praised in the past for running quality commercials featuring ordinary-looking models of different ages, body shapes, and ethnic backgrounds. Number 4. Gucci might be one of the most recognizable fashion companies in the world, but it is still not immune to its fair share of controversy. The company has a sordid history of publishing racist ads. The company still continues to be somewhat tone-deaf in matters of racism. Its most recent brush with racism came in 2019. As a part of the company's fall-winter collection, the company made a series of adverts to promote its balaclava knit top black. The sweater ad was widely seen by the world as racist. The image showed a woman wearing the sweater that alluded to blackface. While the creator denied any allegations of racism, Gucci in the end apologized for the ad and pulled the sweater from its store. Number 5. Perhaps the most breathtakingly racist ad in recent times comes from the mainland of China. The ad in question was a detergent ad. The ad starts with an attractive young Chinese woman who is visited by a young black man. The young black man is a painter and a decorator. The ad clearly shows that the young Chinese woman is clearly attracted to the man, but at the same time, she is clearly perturbed by his ethnicity. In order to rectify the man's skin color, she put him into her washing machine and inserts the soap powder, which somehow transforms the black man into a Chinese man. The ad was lambasted for its tone-deaf message all over the world. People on social media were particularly harsh in their criticism of the ad. It is hard to remember a more tone-deaf and racist ad in recent times. The ad gained widespread popularity and showcased how racism defies borders. Number 6. Swedish apparel chain Heinz and Moritz AB was the most recent big-name brand that put out a racist and tone-deaf ad. While I'm sure that the company had no racist intentions, but the online ad once again showed how big brand companies can be tone-deaf to a degree. The online ad showed a black child modeling a hoodie with the text, "Coolest monkey in the jungle." While the optics of the ad went unnoticed by the marketing department of the company. The rest of the world did notice it, and the outcry was widespread. Comments on social media were loud, and the company not only had to temporarily close some of its stores in South Africa, but the media outcry also caused Canadian artist The Weeknd to cancel his collaboration with the company. The company did eventually apologize, but the damage had been done and many have given up on the company altogether. While the sins of the ads are not as great as others on this list, the current climate is such that people are outspoken in their distaste for companies that are seen as even a little racist. Number 7. When most people think of Heineken, the company would like them to think of cold, refreshing beer, but this ad from 2018 had people thinking of racism. Not the kind of image that the company would want people to associate with itself. The ad was rather simple. It featured a bartender sliding a bottle of Heineken Light to his patron. The bottle can then be seen passing several black people before it finally stops in front of a lighter-skinned woman. The ad ends with the tagline, "Sometimes lighter is better." Despite the very obvious optics of the ad, people took issue with the tagline of the ad. The beer passing several black people and then stopping in front of a light-skinned woman was seen by many as a racist message, with the undertone being that somehow whites are superior to dark-skinned people. Some people also felt that the ad was portraying that white-skinned people are more deserving of a beer than dark-skinned people. The tagline, "Sometimes lighter is better," was also seen as a racist message. Heineken not only received widespread condemnation, but also lost plenty of customers. Hip-hop star Chance the Rapper called the ad terribly racist. For their part, Heineken issued an apology and pulled the ad. The company said that lighter referred to lighter beer and didn't refer to people's skin, further saying that despite their intentions, the company missed the mark with the commercial. Number 8. Nivea, the skincare brand, owned by Germany's Beiersdorf AG, has faced its shared share of criticism. The skincare company has in the past faced numerous accusations of equating white tone with beauty, but in its 2017 ad, the company went even further. The ad, originally published on Facebook, included a woman wearing a bathrobe, and on the back of the bathrobe you could clearly see the text printed, "White is purity." The text was meant to promote the company's invisible deodorant range, but it was seen by the rest of the world as a tone-deaf and racist statement. The spot was also widely circulated by racist groups on social media. The company later pulled the ad and apologized, but it further highlighted how big-name companies can be rather tone-deaf. Number 9. McDonald's is one of the biggest fast food brands in the world. It is a global behemoth that has franchises all around the globe. With such a vast operation, controversy is inevitable, but the company's UK ad, which first aired in 2017, was not only offensive but tasteless. The ad simply showed a woman and her child. The boy asks his mother what he has in common with his dead father. The ad then shows that both the boy and his father had a great affinity towards McDonald's sandwich, the filet-o-fish. While the optics of the ad leave much to be desired, it is the tone-deaf message of the ad that infuriated many people around the globe. The message was seen as trivializing a rather serious issue, and many people accused McDonald's of racism. The ad implied that a father and a son can have nothing in common except their love for food. Number 10. Audi is one of the giants of the automobile industry, and it has had its fair amount of controversial moments, but one ad looms larger than all other Audi ads. The ad was originally published by LINGS Cars in June 2020, but Audi got tainted by its association with the car leasing company. The ad, originally published on Facebook, carried the text, "Black Cars Matter." I asked Holly for a headline for this A4, and she said, "Once you go black, you never go back." The ad was not Audi's creation, but people around the world associated the ad with Audi. People accused the company of not only trivializing the Black Lives Movement, but also the ad was seen as objectifying and fetishizing black men. This ad was clearly racist and served as a reminder that companies need to be diligent. These are just some of the many racist ads. They are by no means the last ads in a long history of tone-deaf ads by big-name companies, but this video does serve as a reminder of the time when companies produced tone-deaf racist ads. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications for more interesting videos. Cheers!